introduce my favorite person on the planet, Martin Sheen.
Thank you so very much. I've been on the road for nearly 3 weeks now campaigning. I started up in Wisconsin and came down to my home state of Ohio and met up with Sherrod Brown and campaigned across the state, and then I crossed into Pennsylvania just last week and joined Bob Casey in his campaign in Scranton, and I've been here in Philly ever since.
Thank you.
And it's been an extraordinary experience. But everywhere that we have gone, we began each rally, whether it was at a union hall, a church, or for the volunteers, with America's hymns, because for 60 seconds it unites us in one voice. Will you join me? I know it's early morning, but let's come together with "Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, o'er and the waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesty, above the fruited plains. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Thank you so much. I've been an actor all of my life. In fact, I have no conscious memory of ever not being an actor. But while acting is what I do for a living, activism is what I do to stay alive. I'm often asked how I managed to unite the two, but in fact, it was an unconscious thing. It was more of a natural progression. Of course, if you grew up in a very large, poor immigrant family, chances are you were either Irish Catholic or Hispanic, and I was lucky enough to be both. So I had a leg up when it came to social justice activism, and I learned very young that if what you believe is not costly, you're left to question its value. You know, the Irish tell the story of the man who arrives at the gates of heaven and asks to be let in. St. Peter says, of course, just show us your scars. The man says, I have no scars. St. Peter says, what a pity! Was there nothing worth fighting for? We are rightly challenged to find something in our lives worth fighting for, something deeply personal and uncompromising, something that unites the will of the Spirit with the work of the flesh. And when we find that, we will have discovered fire for the second time. And then we can help lift up this nation and all its people to that place where the heart is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where words come out from the depths of truth and tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sands of dead habit, where the mind is led forward by thee into ever-widening thought and action into that heaven of freedom. Dear Father, let our country awake. Yeah.